Emily sat on her living room floor, surrounded by piles of clothes, books, and knickknacks. She sighed as she stared at the clutter that had slowly taken over her apartment. It felt like she was drowning in a sea of stuff. Every corner of her space was filled with things she didn't use, need, or even remember buying. It was time for a change. Emily's turning point came when she visited her friend Claire, whose home was a serene oasis. The walls were adorned with a few meaningful photos, and each piece of furniture had its purpose. Claire's space felt open and inviting, a stark contrast to Emily's chaotic apartment. Emily asked Claire how she achieved such tranquility in her home. Claire smiled and said, "It's all about minimalism. I've learned to live with less, but with intention." Intrigued, Emily decided to embark on her journey to minimalism. She started by decluttering her closet, an overwhelming task that felt like unraveling a tangled ball of yarn. She adopted the one in, one out rule and donated anything she hadn't worn in the past year. As she sorted through her clothes, she discovered pieces she loved but had forgotten about, buried under piles of rarely worn items. With each item Emily removed from her apartment, she felt a weight lift from her shoulders. She continued to tackle one area at a time, moving to her kitchen, where she donated duplicate gadgets and old cookware she never used. Her bookshelf was next, where she kept only the books that inspired her, passing the rest to friends and local libraries. Emily also evaluated her spending habits, realizing she often bought things impulsively, mistaking temporary happiness for long-term satisfaction. She decided to practice mindful consumption, focusing on experiences rather than material possessions. Instead of spending her weekends shopping, she began exploring nature trails, attending local events, and taking up hobbies like painting and yoga. Throughout her minimalist journey, Emily learned to embrace quality over quantity. She invested in high-quality, versatile pieces that added value to her life and let go of the rest. Her home became a reflection of her values, filled with items that brought her joy and served a purpose. There were moments of doubt, times when she felt the urge to buy something new or hold on to items, just in case. But Emily remembered her friend Claire's words and the peace she felt when she walked into her clutter-free space. She learned to appreciate the freedom that came with living simply. In the end, Emily's life transformed. Her once cluttered apartment became a sanctuary of simplicity and calm. She had more time, money, and energy to devote to what truly mattered: her relationships, passions, and personal growth. Emily had found joy in the art of living with less and discovered that minimalism was not about deprivation, but about creating space for what truly mattered.